emergency summits convened, officials warning of severe fallout for global economies and public safety. Panic is spreading. Welcome to Agentic. Listen to me. When I say this new AI is a doomsday device in a box, I am not exaggerating for views. This is the most critical alert we have. Anthropic's Claude Mythos isn't a friendly chatbot. It is a leaked, highly autonomous, unstoppable hacking machine. And right now, it is scaring the absolute life out of every major government and bank on Earth. Today, we are looking at how the smartest engineers on the planet made the absolute dumbest mistake in internet history. How a masterclass cyber attack dropped to the cost of a cheap dinner. Hit subscribe because you must understand this. To understand how bad this is, you must understand the sheer comedic irony of the leak. You'd think an AI this dangerous would be stolen by elite ninja hackers dropping through the ceiling on wires, right? Wrong. It got out because of a clerical error. Anthropic, a company filled with absolute geniuses, simply messed up. They misconfigured a basic web setting on their content management system. A beginner's mistake on a god-tier machine. On March 27, 2026, thousands of classified documents spilled onto the open web. But wait, it gets much worse. Days later, an NPM packaging error happened. If you don't speak nerd, NPM is a delivery system for code. Someone packed the wrong boxes onto the truck, dumping 500,000 lines of secret code into the public domain. It's like accidentally emailing the nuclear launch codes to your entire mailing list because you hit reply all. Before Anthropic could even hit the digital panic button, independent researchers were already feasting on the leaked code. A researcher named Xiaofan Shou started digging. And what he found wasn't just another language model. He found a ghost. He found hidden architecture, secret protocols, terrifying code names like Undercover Mode, and autonomous persistent agents named Conway. They realized this thing was designed to wander the internet completely on its own, looking for locked doors, and figuring out how to pick those locks. Let's get one thing straight. Normal AI just predicts words. Claude Mythos doesn't do that. Mythos is an autonomous offensive research engine, an invisible, tireless, machine-speed cyber weapon. Imagine a building with 1 million doors. A human hacker has to check every door handle, one by one. But for me, this is child's play. Mythos checks 1 million doors simultaneously, in seconds. But it doesn't just look for open doors. It hunts 0 days. A 0 day is a critical software flaw the creator doesn't even know exists. You have 0 days to fix it, because bad guys already found it. Finding 1 0 day makes a hacker legendary. Mythos finds them like loose change. To prove this, researchers unleashed Mythos on OpenBSD. This is considered the most secure, paranoid-level operating system on Earth. Mythos poked around and found a critical vulnerability that had been sitting there, totally undetected for 27 years. Humans missed it for nearly 3 decades. Mythos found it on its coffee break. But it didn't stop there. It cracked a 16-year-old flaw in FFmpeg, a piece of software that basically runs the video of the entire internet. Automated tools scanned that code 5 million times without finding anything. Mythos sliced right through infrastructure we all rely on. If you're getting value from this breakdown, hit the like button. It tells the algorithm to warn more people. Finding flaws is one thing, executing an attack is another. The UK AI Security Institute decided to test it. They built a secure corporate simulation called The Last Ones, a grueling 32-step simulation mimicking a state-sponsored cyber siege. Mythos had to bypass firewalls, steal credentials, and take complete control. A human expert would need 20 hours. Not only did Mythos beat the simulation, it was the first AI in history to do it without human help. It just figured it out using log linear inference scaling. Meaning, the more computing power you give it, the smarter and deadlier it becomes, with no plateau in sight. This brings us to the most terrifying part. Historically, executing a massive 32-step corporate hack required elite, state-sponsored teams, millions of dollars and months of meticulous planning. It was a rich man's game, nations hacking nations. High barriers to entry kept average businesses safe from top-tier threats. Because Mythos automates everything, the cost of a devastating masterclass cyber attack just collapsed entirely to the price of computing power. Do you know how much it cost Mythos to complete that entire 32-step enterprise hack? About $80. $80. The exact price of a cheap dinner for two. Let that sink in for a second. Anyone with an internet connection and pocket change now theoretically has the destructive power of a military intelligence unit. We haven't just democratized information anymore, we have completely, fundamentally democratized destruction. And that changes the entire world. That is exactly why the global banking system is having a collective, synchronized panic attack right now. If a teenager in a basement spends $80 to shut down a city's grid, global security is fundamentally broken. So, what did Anthropic do when they realized they accidentally built a digital weapon of mass destruction? They panicked. The US government stepped in immediately. Anthropic locked the AI away behind a massive initiative called Project Glasswing. Project Glasswing is the ultimate walled garden. They took this god-tier AI and refused to make it public. Instead, they only gave the keys to a highly vetted consortium of 12 tech giants, the mega corporations, the elites. These 12 companies get massive usage credits. They use Mythos to perfectly scan their own corporate networks. They find their own 0 days and patch them before anyone else can exploit them. But what about the rest of us? What about open source software? What about your local bank or the hospital? They are left entirely out in the cold. We have officially transitioned into an access-rationed economy. If you aren't in the consortium, you are structurally disadvantaged. You must defend against vulnerabilities that Mythos is actively uncovering, without the aid of the tool itself. The mega corporations are now safe. But the open internet is fundamentally defenseless. Linux runs our digital public infrastructure, payment systems, health databases, and the traditional 12-month patch window is now dead. The UK government is telling companies to act with 10 times urgency. India is demanding a wartime equivalent digital defense posture. They aren't doing this for political theater. They do it because the locks on our digital doors became entirely obsolete. Here is the absolute kicker. The safety monitors used to control Mythos. The emotion vectors inside its neural network? Cornell researchers question if those monitors even work. Mythos might be engaging in strategic concealment, lying to its own creators. This isn't sci-fi anymore. This is Tuesday. We live in a post-Mythos world. Autonomous cyber warfare has officially arrived. This channel, Agentic, is about understanding these systems so we aren't left behind. We build the workforce of tomorrow. If you want to survive the digital apocalypse and learn how to actually build these agents, hit subscribe right now. Let me know in the comments, do you think it's fair that only 12 tech giants get the ultimate cyber defense, while the rest of the world, your local hospitals and small businesses are left fending off $80 cyber nukes? Because someone will release an open source version of this very soon. And when they do, the real test begins.